with some energy, with some compression, and you got two really good cars behind you with Brett Holmes and Nick Sanchez, and you got to be able to continue that run. I think the outside lane's got to stay committed to each other for at least a few laps here, as you see the pushings get really aggressive.
Brett Holmes getting impatient.
Oh.
Is it too soon?
Oh, wrecking in the lead.
Come on.
Daniel Dye goes away, goes around, tries to save at the 43.
Good save. No, that's not what he wants, but it's a good save, keeping that car, and still has a shot to continue the race. But
that's the caution. That's being told
caution
that
is
was
out.
the race.
That's it.
We need the replay. See who the leader is.
Remember, the ARCA officials will go to whatever video they have to determine who's leading, who's ahead at the moment of the caution flag. We'll have to go back and look to see exactly who was ahead when the caution was displayed. And actually, it's when we're hearing that Nick Sanchez is going to be crowned the winner, and the 23 of Brett Holmes will be second.
Nick Sanchez. We talked about him all race long. He got shuffled back with 2 laps before that caution.
That is awesome. Thank you, guys.
Where did he come from? How did he pull that off right there?
Good job. Really good. Good job, guys.
This is exactly the moment that
See the
ARCA
timestamp on the bottom of the
looked
screen.
at the timestamp, yes,
Yep.
and the 2 is clearly ahead.
How about the 44 Thad Moffitt are going to be 4th? What a job, though, by Nick Sanchez.
He stayed up front all race and kept himself in contention. Let's see what happened here with the 43. Obviously, Brett Holmes gets a big run.
Yeah, Brett
Almost
was
tries
not
to go
going
to
to
the
stay in line.
outside.
He was going to try to go to the outside, I think, of the 43 to try to get around him.
And he tries to cover the 20. Just too late on that block. And Nick Sanchez threaded the needle between the 3 of them, 3 wide, to end up getting the win of the race. That's pretty exciting.
How did the 43 of Daniel Dye wreck at the front of the field and did not take anybody else with him?
That's amazing.
Good heads-up driving.
Here they are going in the corner. You see, we got a good run going on the 20.
Down to the quarter here on entry. Down to the quarter.
But now the 43 is going to move to the outside.
Stay off. Inside quarter. Inside. He's inside. He's inside. He's inside.
You hear the spotter saying he was inside. He never got the clear signal from the spotter to move down in front of Corey Hine.
White flag.
White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Nick Sanchez, that momentum. We knew it was going to be a big weekend for him. He won at Talladega. He has gotten better every single time out on the racetrack. This team has gotten better. Talk about the Chevrolet impact and their help in guiding this young team.
Both of these drivers done a really great job today. I've really loved watching how hard they've raced each other. They've raced each other with respect, and obviously they've had the speed.
Nick Sanchez, 20 years old from Miami, Florida. He wins it at Kansas.
You guys, my feet are on fire. This car is hot. Holy crap.
That's all we can think about right now.
As long as it's fast, that's all that matters.
That's why he didn't say a word about it until the checkered flag. Won 3 of the last 5 races.
That's some great momentum for him. Congrats to him and that whole team. A 1-2 finish really shows what they're bringing to the table, and having some manufacturer support behind these 2 young drivers. It's fun to see, and it's what makes ARCA Menard Series, you know, even stronger when you've got that kind of backing and being able to show up to the racetrack prepared and really execute on it and try and carry. You know, they've both got opportunities to run in the Xfinity Series now and get their feet wet. And I guess it sounds like Nick wants to get his feet wet after this because they're really hot right now. But
he needs some ice.
Yeah,
he's ready to do a burnout.
Hats off to Max Siegel. You see his name there, believing in these drivers, building this team.
I can only imagine what Nick Sanchez's heart is doing at 1 lap to go, trying to break the draft, swerving back and forth. Huge run by the 20 car here. Doesn't know if he needs to go to the top or the bottom. Corey's going to try and keep his foot in it on the bottom. Not enough to get the quarter panel. See if he has another shot into 3 and 4. That was good defense by Nick.
Did Nick Sanchez do enough going to turn 1? That second tuck to the right. Is that the winning move of the race? Oh, Heim is off the pace. Here comes the 43 of Daniel Dye now. Big moves late in the going here at Michigan.
Seems like Corey put it all on the line there, running to the bottom of the racetrack. That's what he felt was his only shot there to win the race. But coming off of turn 4, Nick Sanchez coming to the checkered flag again. Congratulations.
He's been driving out of his mirror. Now it's throttle down. Nick Sanchez is your winner at Michigan.
What a race. That was fun.
You said your heart was beating.
My heart rate is high. Let's see what the watch says. That was awesome.
What does it say? Tell us. What does it say? What's your heart rate right now?
It says 62, but I think it's a lot higher.
For these guys,
Yeah.
they have a winner in Nick Sanchez. 1 year ago, he finished third in this race behind the season dominators. Ty Gibbs and Corey Heim finished 1-2 ahead of him. They won the most races last year. Sanchez is making a championship statement here today, winning at Michigan, taking over the point lead.
He wins at Talladega. He wins at Kansas. The 21-year-old from Miami has number 2.
Let's go ahead and head back downstairs. Mike Massaro has caught up with Nick Sanchez.
Yep, we're catching up with the champion right now. He's getting congratulations from the president of ARCA, Ron Dreger, right now, also his crew chief. Wow, what a day. How would you describe how this thing whole played out for you?
Well, the first part was pretty hectic. Like, it was pretty close. We had to stay out to get a point leading the lap. And then once the 43 had a problem, it all got a lot easier. You know, we just rode the end of the race, honestly. Didn't want to get caught up in a racing incident, but obviously my guys brought me a very fast car at the end with the way it came alive. But yeah, I'm just happy to get it.
So put this in perspective for me. What's it like to capture this championship?
Oh yeah, it's huge for me, but you know, Max Siegel, Rev Racing, you know, the people that got me here. 10 years ago, they won the Cannon East title with Kyle Larson, so it's cool to get them this 10 years later. And, you know, Gainbridge, Chevrolet, everyone who helps on this program, and, you know, mainly Max Siegel. He deserves it, and I know he's watching. And I'm glad to have his wife, Jennifer, here, and we'll celebrate.
You know, Max told us earlier this week that it would be like watching one of his children win the championship because he saw you mature over 5 years. What's the journey over those last 5 years been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I started with Max and Legend Cars, and, you know, his program built me into the driver I am today, and it's given me the opportunities, you know, in the Xfinity Series and so on. So to have this, to get this for him is crazy, and, you know, started driving for him in 2017, so 5 years later, this is where we're at.
So from Legend Cars to an ARCA Championship, congratulations, Nick.
Thank you.
There's your 2022 ARCA Menard Series champion, Nick Sanchez.
Congratulations to Nick, his entire family. Like we said, he's going to go celebrate in Homestead in the Xfinity Series car. But what a day, what a season for him, and what a race, Jim. We definitely had some Reese's Sweet moves in this